Now I moved this. I don't know if I like it here, but we're going to see. Yeah. It's because they were complaining on this side. So I moved it, but now I can't see them. I know it's weird. Okay. Does this sound like review? It is. All right, let's do it. Don't worry, we're going to come back to this friend of ours. I know. I have to move it. All right, how do I solve linear systems by substitution? What does substitute mean? To what? You replace it, right? So substitute is to replace it with something else. So we are going to replace things right now. All right, how many types of solutions do we have? How many types of solutions? 3. What are they? One solution, no solution, and infinitely many. So one solution, no solution, and infinitely many solutions. One solution is when you get an ordered pair, right? So x is a number and so is y. No solution is when what? A number is equal to usually what? It's like 0. Or it doesn't make sense, right? Infinitely many is when you get 0 equals 0. right, examples. First example. Y equals 3x plus 2, and x plus 2y equals 11. All right, for substitution, we're only going to substitute when we have one of the equations solved for x or solved for y. Do you understand? So if they're not solved for x or solved for y, we're not going to substitute because then that doesn't make sense. But if it's already, well, we could, but it's just a lot of work. If it's already solved, then it's easy to substitute. So remember, to substitute, it just means to take this, and it says y equals this thing, right? So if y equals 3x plus 2, then if I take it over here for y, I'm not going to write y anymore. I'm going to write what? 3x plus 2. Okay? So then I'm going to just go ahead, and you can watch if you want. So we're going to put x plus 2 times 3x plus 2 equals 11. And then what operation do you have? You have distribution. It's distributive properties. So when I distribute, I get x plus 2 times 3x is 6x, and 2 times 2 is positive 4, and it's equal to 11. Draw my line, keep it all separate. So then what do I do from here? You want x by itself, so what do I need to move? Subtract the 4. You could just watch for right now. So x plus 6x equals, with 11 minus 4? 7. Then I do what? What do I do with x and 6x? You add them and get what? I get what? 7x equals 7. Divide both sides by 7, and x equals what? Positive 1, yes? Okay, then I take the positive 1. I need a different color. And what do I do with it? I do what? Plug it back in. And for 1, I could plug it in either one, but the easiest one is this, because then I'll just get y equals. So if I plug it in here, I get y equals 3 times 1 plus 2. What's 3 times 1? 3 plus 2 is positive 5. So then I now know my answer is 1 comma 5 is the solution. Is that one solution, no solution, or infinitely many? It's one solution. Go ahead and write it. All right, let's keep going. Let's do another one. X equals negative 2y minus 6, and x minus y equals 3. Why is it crooked? I don't. Ready? Let's see if you did this right. What am I substituting? In for x. What am I replacing x with? Negative 2y and negative 6. So this is going to go replace my x, which is over here. So then I'm going to write negative 2y minus 6 minus y equals 3. Yeah? What do I do now? You can do a couple things. What did you do? Yeah, wonderful. How'd you do that? You added 6 to both sides? Okay, that's fine. Oops, move it over. So I get negative 2y, negative y equals 9, yes? And then I said negative 2y, negative y is negative 3y equals 9. Divide both sides by? And y equals negative 3. Yeah? Okay, and then what did you do with negative 3? You plugged it in for y. So x equals negative 2 times negative 3 minus 6. So x equals, what's negative 2 and negative 3? 6 minus 6 is what? 0. So you're going to tell me that 0, negative 3 is the solution. Read it right. Good. Questions? Now I'm going to do one more. And if you ask, I'm going to do 10. We good? Negative 6x plus 2y is equal to 14, and y equals 3x plus 6. Six? Oops, sorry. How many are coming in today to retest? Tomorrow. Bless you. Ready? Where's the answer? 5 of you. 7, 8, about 10 of you. Check with someone next to you, see if you have the same thing. Ready? Okay, here we go. What are we substituting in? Y equals 3x plus 6. This is going to go in for the y over here. So we're going to write negative 6x plus 2 times 3x plus 6 equals 14, right? You can go ahead and distribute. So we get negative 6x plus what? 12 equals 14. Now what? Subtract 12. So you get negative 6x plus 6x equals what's the other side equal to? To 2. Then what? What's negative 6x plus 6x? 0 is equal to 2. Is 0 equal to 2? No. So then it's what? Who has that right? Good. Well, you had to fix it, yeah? Okay. Ew. Questions on that problem? I wrote it backwards on purpose because it's not always sideways. Our problems are all like this. So which one would you probably write first? Does it really matter? No, I'd probably write them sideways like this, right? In the worksheet, they're going to be stacked on top of each other. So I'd probably split them up so where they're sideways. If it makes sense for you to put this one, the solved one first, and this second one in standard form on the other side, then you do that. I don't really care. Got it? You are going to work on a separate sheet of paper, and you are going to fold it up into boxes. You probably can go 8 boxes depending on your writing. Some of you are 4-box kind of people. So it just depends on how big you're writing. Yes? All right, it's summary time and question time before I pass out homework. It's summary and question time before I pass out homework. That means we're not talking.